Three things you must use to build a healthy relationship. They are no other than trust, no other trust, communication. Why I'm coming out to say this is that I've really seen this loophole in so many relationships and marriages so far. This needs to be talked about, especially when it comes to the issue of trust. You know, so many relationships and so many marriages have trust issues right now, and it's breaking up homes and all that. Being secretive in relationship, being secretive in marriage, you understand, is very dangerous to relationship health. It's very, very dangerous. So most times it's always advisable to be open to your partner. You understand? To be open to your partner. Openness in marriages, in relationship, builds and breeds trust. Openness in relationship and marriage builds and breeds trust. So you should always learn to be open. You should always learn to be transparent. You understand? So most times when you do this career movement, not be too like talk on career movements, you do things without your partner knowing, or without your fiancé or your husband or your wife knowing. You see the person begin to ask his or herself, your partner begin to ask you or herself questions, and what is this person doing, and too much self question breeds this infidelity, you understand, in relationship and trust. I will still talk about communication there. Communication is very, very, very important in relationship. It's very important in relationship. Always keep communication open. You understand, when you communicate your fears, communicate your feelings, communicate your ideas, you understand, to your partner. Communicate your worries to your partner. When you keep communication open in a relationship, you always have a healthy relationship, always have a healthy marriage. Whatever you are going through at all, if there's a disagreement in the marriage or relationship, communicate it to your partner. If there is joy, there's excitement in relationship, communicate it to the partner. If there's anything the relationship is lacking, communicate it to your partner. Keep yourself in communication regularly. You understand? Let's communicate. Use your body. You can use your body to communicate. It's not every time you talk. Use your body to communicate. When you're angry, let your partner know that you are angry. Let your partner know the reason why you are angry. That is the only way they can always make an adjustment. You understand? So the foundation of all this is communication. You understand? The other one is trust. Build trust together. Always build trust together between yourself and your partner. When you build your trust together, you see that that infidelity is gone. When you are gone, even if you are gone for days without reaching out to your partner, if you are in a relationship or marriage, that trust will be there in your partner, that oh, my husband, my fiancé, my boyfriend, you understand, he says somewhere, he's not doing anything negative. So those trusts are not easy to come by. You have to build that trust over time. You understand? Build that trust over time. How do you build trust? Be open, communicate, be open, be genuine. You understand? When you are being genuine, when you are communicating and you are being open, you build those trust. You understand? Then respect. The last year I was talking about respect. One other thing, respect for each other matters a lot. When you respect your partner, no matter what, whether it's small, whether it's big, no matter the size, when you respect your partner, there is no way that relationship will not grow. You understand? There is nobody that wants to be respected. When you respect your partner, if may respect your wife, you understand? Respect your wife, know your boundary. I not say I talk there is openness in relationship and marriage. Does not mean that you always go invade her privacy, invade her boundary. No, know your boundary, respect your wife, mind the kind of word you utter to her, mind the things when you tell her, your partner, you understand. Now you dey communicate with your partner, you understand. So there's no, it gets some kind misguided word when you tell your partner, the thing go trigger anger for your partner body. So let that respect dey there. Not let familiarity, my partner dey always dey play with me, or this woman dey always dey play with me, or this man dey always dey play with me. That means you can't use that one say you fit talk or use the subtle ways. I know say you get some kind of partner wey be say dey insult each other anyhow. So have you heard talk say big head, small head, big yarn, so go dey kill you. This are no. You can say you get some kind of words wey you supposed to dey use to dey align for your relationship. You understand? So now parole need to dey on the line, need to dey on the straight line. I'm not supposed to parole anyhow. I'm not supposed to dey yarn anyhow to each other. You get one we get time now. You understand? Make your relationship, make your marriage influence people positively. May influence people positively. So mind the way you take respect. Your respect to your partner matters a lot. You understand? So show your respect to your partner. Respect your partner no matter who the person is. If it's a working class, so if he or she does not add, as far as you are choosing to be with that person, let that respect be there. As far as you are choosing to say, as this is the person I want to date, or this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with, let that respect be there. You are the one that chose that person. Let that respect be there. Not also na me dey earn pass, na me dey make money, na me dey earn pass my partner. So or the man, I no fit dey respect the man. Or not also na because na me dey feed the woman family, na me dey feed the man, I no respect the woman. Maybe the woman just be housewife now, and na me dey make all the money. Or wetin the woman sabi do na to chop my money. Then you no come respect the woman. No, that is very wrong. You have to be able to respect your wife, your fiancé, your fiance, your husband. You have to, that respect need to be there. When you have all those simple foundation, you see that your marriage will sparkle. Your marriage, you grow, you celebrate 70 years in marriage, 80 years in marriage. It's possible. You understand? You not be talking about their voice and all that. Mind wetin you dey talk, mind what you say to your partner. That one is very, 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 very important. No say get some where level porridge now. Your wife fit talk some kind of things. Yes, women do it at times, men do it at times. But when you see that you've done something or such, apologize immediately. That also shows respect. Apologize. When you go out of line, apologize. Honey, I'm sorry. Sweetheart, I'm sorry. Baby, I'm sorry. I don't know when the word take come off my mouth, but I beg not vex for this thing. I beg. I'm sorry. You understand? Then let them see that you're actually remorse about that thing. That's respect. You understand? See, relationship does not mean that you be a saint or true. No, you will make mistake, something will come up. But how do you amend that mistake? How you amend that mistake matters a lot. How you amend that mistakes go a long way. You understand? In bringing you together. You go make mistake tire for relationship, especially for marriage. You dey learn every day for marriage. You go make mistake tire. You go cross boundary tire. But how do you come back to your senses? How do you remorsefully come to your senses? How do you apologize when you make such mistakes? Do you apologize when you go out of boundary? So it's good when it's good to have this respect for your partner. When you have respect for your partner, it will make you to come back to your senses, to make you to apologize even when you are wrong. You understand? It will make you are a man does not mean that you cannot apologize to your wife. Check her now. The man not mean say you know if he apologize for your wife, you don't make mistake. No, apologize immediately. Whenever I wrong my wife, most times, if I offend my wife or my wife just break out, spot out something, say, babe, you not do this thing. You see this, see what you do. I know you like her. The first thing I say is, baby, I'm sorry. You understand? Before even if I want to explain myself later, I can explain myself. But the first thing I say is, baby, I'm sorry. You understand? You should always let you say I'm sorry. I'm sorry is very short. You understand? But very powerful in a relationship. If you like this, please help us share, and also don't forget to follow. I beg.